Hey friends, welcome back to another YouTube video of me playing The Sims on my Inspiron 1520. Before we get into this particular topic, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like and comment. So I've been hearing in the news and seeing it on, whatever the whatchamacallits about the crap that's going on in the US and people on the Republican side of things wanting to take away the rights of people's uterus. And I thought, because I am a person who feels like when I was pregnant and when I discovered that I was pregnant, my rights were taken away, and I feel like that, that I was forced into having my baby. I was forced into going through with my pregnancy and not being able to make a choice. So I just thought I would talk about why I feel that way, why I more than feel that way. I'm pretty sure that that is what happened, that my choice was taken away because of somebody else. And so let's just get into it. So I have mentioned before, like, that I've never really felt like loved growing up. I never felt that safe security. I never felt like I had anyone I could trust. There was always that something missing in my life, and I had always felt like that. And when I got older, to try to fill the void, so to speak, I basically started sleeping with any man who would even give me any ounce of attention, not even affection, attention, because I was so starved for it. And I, and as a result, I slept with a lot of different people, a lot of different men, and at 3 months into my 19th birthday, like 3 months after my 19th birthday, I became pregnant. I never wanted kids growing up. I never wanted to be a mother. I never wanted to go through pregnancy. It was never in my plans to be a mom. It just wasn't in the cards for me. As I thought, you should go to school. Really anything. You have no freaking wants anymore for some stupid reason. You should go to work. Did Mr. Hummel not come with your computer? Really? Aww. Makes me sad. So, like I was saying, shit. You need to find a good spot. You can, see everything, because the fucking place is it's so laggy, and I can't even handle life today. Oh, I hate when it's laggy. Okay, so as I was saying, because of the fact that I had never really felt, I felt I went looking for the attention, I guess is the words to say it. And when I had gotten pregnant 3 months after my 19th birthday, I was like, I didn't want anyone to know. I didn't want anyone to know. I I was scared. I didn't want to be pregnant. And because I lived in such a small town, uh, and I couldn't just go into the pharmacy and buy a test. I couldn't do that because everybody knows everything. Everybody knows everyone. And to give a little context, when I was about 15 or 16, I was asked out by this guy in the town park. I said yes. We held hands and kissed, and then I went home around 20 minutes later. It takes 10 minutes for me to walk from the park to my home, my childhood home. It took 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, my family knew. Like when I got home, my brothers, we lived in a split level and I wasn't even down the stairs into my room. My brothers were grilling me about the guy and like, how the fuck did you know? And this was a day in the days before before everybody had cell phones. Like, this was not, like you could just send a text to your friend and like, no. But yeah, that's how fast like things spread in the town. So, there was no way that I personally could to go into the store and buy a pregnancy test without everyone knowing. And I didn't want to go in and buy it and then like not be pregnant and then have everyone know that I bought a test, or like I didn't want to know until I made a choice. Uh so I got my friend to buy the test for me. I took the test. Yeah, I was pregnant. And I kept my pregnancy hidden for about a week ish, like that, give or take. And I started to get really bad morning sickness, like clockwork. Every morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I would run up and throw up in the bathroom. And so eventually, my mother, who has had 4 kids, figured it out, obviously. And so I remember I got up in the middle of the night to throw up, and then my mother was like, "You're throwing up a lot. Are you pregnant?" And I'm like, no. And then I went back downstairs, and then the next morning she asks again. And so I say, yeah, I am. And why is that all of a sudden weird? I'm just gonna fix that. So, yeah, so, we're sitting in the kitchen, and it's early, not early in the morning, it's like, 9 or 10. And, we're just talking about, that I'm pregnant. Right? And so we're in the kitchen, and I am saying, that we're talking about the fact that I'm pregnant. And then I ask, after I say, yes, I am, I say, can you please keep this to yourself? Because I don't know what I want to do. Like, I just, so please just keep my pregnancy to yourself for a little while. And as soon as I asked her to keep my pregnancy to herself, she, without even skipping a beat, she says, no, I cannot keep your pregnancy to myself because I need the support. She needs the support for my pregnancy. Dumbfounded, like, I didn't even reply. Like, what do you say to that? It's like, so I got up and I went downstairs. Before I hit the landing, of the split level, she was already on the phone. She was already on the phone calling people, telling people about my pregnancy. Everybody knew. I didn't get to tell anyone. I didn't get to tell anyone that I was pregnant. And it's like I was just pregnant maybe a month. And people who plan to get pregnant, people do not tell other people that they're pregnant until after the first trimester, because that's, that's the out of the woods, right? So it's just like, why would she like tell people about my pregnancy? Why would she think that she needed the support? And it's just like, I just fell into this spiral. It's like, you can't even let me sit with this for a week. I can't even, and I know, I get it, when you are, if you're gonna make a choice, you're on a time crunch. But I'm 19 years old. I slept with somebody, well, I slept with more than one somebody, and especially during the time that I got pregnant. I'm not even 100% sure who the father of my child is. I haven't even come to terms with this myself, and she can't keep this to herself because she needs the support. And everybody knew. Everybody knew. And it just really, it broke me. And one of the people who I was sleeping with at the time, when I told him that I was pregnant, he left and like had nothing to do with me for 9 months. He was like, well, that's not my kid. And was was somebody before we got together, and then they broke up. And then as soon as I said that I was pregnant, like I told all the people that I was sleeping with, they all had nothing to do with me after that, sadly. But yeah, that one of them particularly went back to their girlfriend and had nothing to do with me at all. It's like I was going through a spiral. Like I was going through a spiral. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. And after like hearing that she couldn't even keep it to herself, not even for a fucking day, and then telling the men that I slept with, and then having them want nothing to do with me, and then just coming home and hearing her on the phone talking about my pregnancy to God knows who. You know, I made a comment once when I was feeling dark, and I shit, here I am talking and it paused, and I'm sorry. I was feeling really dark, and I made a comment how I wish I could just fall down the stairs right now, because then it would be over and I wouldn't have to deal with it. Not that I wanted to throw myself down the stairs. Not that that would be a way that I would choose to end my pregnancy. But before I got down to my room, she was on the phone telling people that I had just threatened to throw myself down the stairs. And the next thing I knew, she is come into my room telling me she made an appointment appointment for me for an abortion. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You've already told every single person that I am pregnant. I am now can't even make a decision on that. That abortion decision is already out the window. But the moment you told people, you think if I got pregnant and had an abortion, I would want people to know? Not at all. No freaking way. I would not want anyone to know. So the fact that you think that you telling people that I am pregnant and then telling people I just threatened to throw myself down the stairs, which I didn't at all. I said I wish I could just fall down the stairs, or I wish I would trip and fall down the stairs. Like, what the fuck? And then to call and make an appointment for me and then tell everybody you did that? Like, come the fuck on. So, yeah, there was no way I was able to, there was no choice for me. I was not going to, I didn't want people to know I was pregnant, and I didn't want people to know that I was no longer, and I couldn't, there was no secrecy. There was nothing. So, there was my choice gone because I couldn't have any privacy. I couldn't keep my personal medical issue private. And if I had ever gone through with anything like that, I could know that I couldn't keep that to myself. She wouldn't keep it to herself. It wouldn't be a private thing. It would be a straight up tell the world, because she needs the support. Now, I have to say that when my younger sister, who is the golden child, is the one that gets whatever she says my mother will listen to. When my sister was pregnant, my mother kept my sister's pregnancy to herself. 4 months. No one in the family knew my sister was pregnant until her 4th month. So there's just a little context for you. So why did she keep my sister's pregnancy to herself? Didn't need that support? Why? Because my sister was married and I wasn't? We were both adults. It had nothing to do with you. But you needed the support for one, but not the other, when really you should have been the one supporting? It's bullshit. It's bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit. Just bullshit. So, yeah, that's my pregnancy story, or some of it. There's a lot more, I probably will get into eventually, like getting kicked out of the house after, it was 3 months pregnant and get kicked out. So, I'll tell that story after. I thought that this was going to take a lot longer than what it has, because it was difficult to write and it was difficult to think about, and I just figured that it would be something that would take me a lot longer than what it has. So I guess that's good that it didn't take me too much longer. I guess. But I like to thank you guys for hanging out with me and listening, and I just thought it would be important to talk about my issues and stuff, and why it's so important for the person who has the uterus and either has something in that uterus or something not in that uterus, for them to decide what they do with it. And it's not up to a third party. And that third party is not the one that needs to be supported when it has to do with somebody else's uterus. The only person who should make any choice of what should be done or shouldn't be done with a uterus is the person who owns it.